How's it going, everybody? It's your Mosasaur, Prince of Steel, Tethysaurus Yorkshire, and we've done it. Come on, we've done it. Yeah! Sorry, let me just adjust your hair. Sorry, love. Sorry. Ooh, it's like ASMR, isn't it? Personal attention. But anyways, we're going to give a bit more personal attention to the main man himself. We're going to do the common names and the final part of the common name series for the main M himself. No, not McIntyre. Mosasaurus, the genus Mosasaurus. Yeah, come on, baby. The big man himself. We've got to the end. But then he gets knocked out by a massive space rock. Like boom. Like that. The common name for the massive space rock is an absolute... The word was plonker. Don't try me. And don't... No. The word was plonker. I know exactly what you were thinking, but you weren't thinking what I was thinking, so don't accuse me of thinking what you were thinking. I think. Bit too daft for these videos, aren't I? So anyways, let's get into the main man himself, Mosasaurus, with the first species... Well, technically the second, but if you saw my last part, you get what I mean. Mosasaurus missouriensis from the United States and Canada, ranging to the Upper Campanian, so very, very early species of Mosasaurus, probably the earliest actually. Around about 7 to 8 meters long, represents about some fantastic specimens. In fact, one of the holotype actually has a really interesting story. We'll get into that one day. But so missouriensis is a quite slender animal. When compared to the type species of Mosasaurus, which we'll get into later, but to be honest, a majority of Mosasaurus species are actually quite slender. It's the type species that is sort of the outlier, if you get what I mean. So for Missouriensis, I was tempted to go with Missouri something, but I think simply Americanizing it is probably going to be the best thing. So for this animal, I've gone for either the American slender-snouted mosasaur, which is the mosasaur will be the common name, or one of the common names for Mosasaurus, the genus Mosasaurus. So we've got American slender-snouted mosasaur or American slender-snouted cachalot dragon. Now, you notice yeah, that was the spoiler I was on about from the last video. So cachalot dragon is going to be the other common name for Mosasaurus, the genus Mosasaurus. Get what I mean? Yeah, I can't get what I mean, but yeah. So cachalot dragon, because sperm whale, and sperm whales are biggest tooth predator in the ocean right now that we know of. Not megalodon, but but Mosasaurus missouriensis is the American slender-snouted mosasaur or the American slender-snouted cachalot dragon, whichever one you want to play by. It's up to you, but I like them both. I think they're fantastic. Anyways, let's crack on with more Mosasaurus. So I weren't joking when I said that the type species is the only outlier in terms of other Mosasaurus species, because our next species is Mosasaurus lemunneri from the lower to possibly upper Maastrichtian of Belgium and possibly Morocco, but those finds are contested. Quite a sizable animal though, 7 to 10 meters. That's a big jump. The problem is at the moment, I think what we're terming as Mosasaurus lemunneri might not be Mosasaurus. Well, a majority of it might not be Mosasaurus lemunneri. I mean, I still remember the time when someone proposed that Mosasaurus lemunneri was the junior specimen of the type species. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. So, keeping with Mosasaurus missouriensis, Mosasaurus lemunneri is going to be the European slender-snouted mosasaur or European slender-snouted cachalot dragon. It differentiates it from the American one, and the slender-snoutedness differentiates it from the robust species, which there's only really one, but you catch my drift. You don't want to drift into a Mosasaurus though, because as we've all seen, Mosasaurus will destroy you, absolutely knacker thee up. You know, it won't be a barmy, it'll be a slaughter. Yeah. Anyways, let's crack on. Right, so Mosasaurus bugai from the upper Maastrichtian of Morocco, Brazil, and North Carolina as well. Watch that video that I did ages ago. 8 to 10 meters long, again a slender snouted animal, but its teeth are actually really, really prominent. I mean, the teeth on this particular species are fantastic. The faceting on it is superb, honestly. They're a glowing example of really cool teeth, in my opinion. But, so, originally, I was going to go with Moroccan. Yeah, Moroccan. But because this animal's from Morocco, Brazil, and North Carolina, so it's in the United States, I've gone for transatlantic slender-snouted mosasaur or transatlantic slender-snouted cachalot dragon, because this thing's all over the place. It's like prognathodon, it's like Thalassotitan, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. For some reason, Mosasaurus bugai seems to be successful in multiple different areas. Now, you could argue, well, what about other species of Mosasaurus? Well, it's a bit here and there, but that gets what I mean. But I like this one, transatlantic slender-snouted mosasaur, or transatlantic slender-snouted cachalot dragon. Really cool, this one. And now, ladies, germs, boys, girls, mosasaurs, mosettes. Is that what I call female mosasaur? A mosette? That's probably not a good idea. No, too confusing. But anyways, Mosasaurus hoffmanni, the big lad himself, the OG, the tribal chief of mosasaurs. You know, acknowledging all that. The big M, the big man himself, or big mosasaur himself. From the uppermost Campanian, possibly, there's some remains that suggest this animal's been around since the uppermost Campanian, to the upper Maastrichtian, when that big asteroid just goes bang, baby, but not in the fun way. Not in the fun way. This animal's everywhere. So Europe, Morocco, and North America. I know I did a video on that Mosasaurus maximus, and my mate's my mate Bethany in particular is probably really, really upset with me, but sorry, but we differ. Gigantic animal, robust animal. It's the outlier of its own genus. It's the type species, it's the outlier of its own genus, because it is just massive and robustly built. This thing is mental. Mosasaurus hoffmanni is a mental animal. It's the apocalypse of mosasaurs, basically. It's the big lad. It's the big fella himself. 13 meters in length. That's a T-Rex size animal, which, if you saw Prehistoric Planet, swam alongside T-Rex sometimes. That's a scary thought, that. The two biggest predators on the planet at the same time, meeting each other. Who would win in a fight? Well, Mosasaurus, of course. We are a Mosasaur channel, after all. Mosasaurus hoffmanni deserves a lot. Now, Prehistoric Planet has provided me with one of the easiest ones, and that's Hoffmann's Mosasaur. But I've decided to go with something a bit more than that. So, Mosasaurus hoffmanni has, in my book, that's right, 4 common names. First of all, we have the giant mosasaur, straight to the point, nice and simple. We could switch that with the giant cachalot dragon. Now that is, that's cool. Or Hoffmann's Mosasaur. Cheers, Prehistoric Planet. Thank you very much. Or Hoffmann's cachalot dragon. Yeah. There's some good names there for the big man himself. There's some very good names. We made it. Yeah. So this series has been a lot of fun, I'll be honest. It's been fantastic, and it's been a struggle with coming up with some of the names, and some people might not be disappointed, but some people might be disappointed as well. But let me know in the comments what your favourites are, if I could have done any better, which definitely. But yeah, this was a fantastic series, and we'll go back to regular content and just some really cool Mosasaur stuff. Yeah, but really enjoyed this series, really enjoyed coming up with the names. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you enjoyed the series, hope you like the names I've come up with, but we'll see what happens. I could be going completely the wrong way. Anyways guys, hope you're having a good day. I'll see you later. Ta-da.